cuts down on me, and maybe he won't, but so I'm going to lead with the left rein. I'm going to add just a slight amount of right leg. I'm going to kind of support with the right rein. And you see the shaking? He's really worried, but he's really trying for me. So I'm not needing to go to spur on him because he's figured out that if he moves the right part of his body, that spur won't come. There we go. That was a lot better than what I had on the other side of the arena. He was having a lot of trouble. You want to recognize that they're having trouble. If their body is quivering, they're having trouble. And that's a point where you have to be careful and change what you're doing and make sure that you're finding a spot that you can make progress with. Okay, so we're going to come through again. And he's really high-headed. I'm going to work on seeing if I can relax him a little bit, slow him down a little bit. There we go. And let's just see if it just takes me through there. Okay, let's push them all the way together, please. Go ahead and push them all the way together for me, please.
That's okay.
That's something in communication and in teaching people and teaching horses. If you're not getting the desired response, you need to think about how you asked. You need to think, did I ask correctly? Did I ask too hard? Did I ask too soft? Was the animal not paying attention when I gave the request? Same thing with a rider. So I'm pretty sure he's going to have a pretty big reaction to this. But we're going to ask him to do it this way anyway, so you can see. He's going to pick them. Oh, that was way better than I was thinking we were going to have. That was what I wanted to have happen. I kind of wanted you guys to see a bigger reaction, but that's the goal. Is he thought about it? He knew those were going to move. He didn't make an attempt to jump it. He went through it nice and easy. And we got just about 5 minutes left. So anybody have any questions? I'm not gonna put you on him because we're out of time. That's okay. We're not going to put you on because we're out of time, but we're going to take some questions. And I'll have plenty of time afterwards to talk with you one-on-one. So there's your boy. Go. So any observations or questions that you guys have? Did you see how when you start easy, you go to difficult, it makes, that was just nice. He did that really, really nice. I was still expecting him to jump a little bit. He just didn't. Yes? Well, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, sir, up here.
I just wanted to get a little more clear on driving his head down.
Okay. That is, I was very fortunate in the horses that came to me today that they all got it like that. I wish that I had one that was more difficult.
You can have mine.
to show you today, but the concept of that, and it's a feel between your leg and your rein, and you tap the horse and you need to teach him to accept tapping on the side without thinking it needs forward and backwards. Forward and backwards is not just leg, it's an inclination of the body, it's an attitude, it's an intent. If I tap my legs and I intend to stand still, the horse should stand still and let me tap my legs on him. If I tap my legs on him, and then maybe after 3 or 4 leg taps, I'll pick up my reins and I'll make his mouth feel something through the bridle. I won't go so far as to call it discomfort because I try not to make it uncomfortable, but I will call it annoying. I will call it annoying. So I'm going to pick up my bridle reins and I'm going to keep tapping my legs, and then I'm going to, just like I'm pulling taffy, real slow, real soft. When I pull the right rein back, I should feel it in my left hand. It shouldn't be slack rein, tight rein, slack rein, tight rein. It's take contact on both reins. Sometimes it's a real soft contact, but it's a contact nonetheless. And when I pull that right rein back, I should feel it in my left hand. I shouldn't feel it. It shouldn't feel hard, but I should feel it all the way through side to side. And I'm just going to work those back like I'm pulling taffy through the mouth until the horse looks for somewhere to go. And every time they go down, I quit. I quit my legs and I quit my hands. So if I'm not lucky enough to hit that reflex spot that they have in their side that makes it happen, I can teach it to them even if I never hit that spot. So I tap the legs, pick up the hands, start moving. As every time the horse takes even half a millimeter down, I'm going to do a pause. You might not see the pause. You might not actually visually see it, but I'll feel in my head they went in my body that they went down, and I'll pause, and then I'll work more. Pause, more, pause. And if the horse starts getting fidgety, then I just look for a good spot where they did get down a little bit. Then I'll go talk in circles, go do something else, come back to it. But eventually that horse is going to feel tap, tap, and they're not going to wait for you to pick up the rein, pull taffy through their mouth, follow them down. They're just going to tap, tap, and know from the circumstances that in this instance that tap on my side means, oh, look down on my ground, there's something there. Okay, that's the concept. Sometimes it takes quite some time to teach. We'll go here first.
Okay, when you were going through the noodles, you did not look at the noodles, you still kept it right out looking beyond.
Yes, almost all your obstacles, and I have to remind myself of it all of the time. Your horse and your body will go where you're looking. And the easiest way to get pitched onto the ground is to look at the ground. The easiest way to make an obstacle instead of something to go through over to something to stop at is to look at it. You have to look through it. You have to look through it and believe that you can go through it. Just like jumper trainers tell you, throw your heart over the jump and the horse will follow. Same with all of these. You have to commit to through. One more. Yes. I was. Yeah. It's something that maybe you didn't see because I can do it pretty softly, but I'll pick up, and when I had it then to the inside, and maybe my body was facing away from me, and my body was blocking my hands, I picked up and I kind of worked at that, and then as soon as I got what I wanted, I released. So anybody that has any more questions, in about 15 minutes I'll be in my booth, number 2, right behind the pool desk. I have to get out of here and get my stuff out of here because somebody's coming after me, I think. Okay, thank you all for coming, and enjoy the rest of the run.